Hey guys, all right. Welcome to your first day at learning at home. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you're ready to get started. So, today we're looking at Unit 2, Lesson 4. Unit 2, Lesson 3 was the graphing. So, the 2 pages that we did, I want you guys to take pictures and upload them into your notes. I did add a little fancy page on Thursday, I think, from last week. There's a journal slide for Lesson 3. And it's just a blank slide, but it does say Unit 2, Lesson 3, graphing absolute values at the top. So you can add your pictures onto that page. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to solve absolute values. Let's get going. I don't want to make the video too long. So number 1, when we're solving absolute values, we have to think about what is the absolute value doing. This this absolute value will take an answer and it gives us the positive value of that number, right? So it doesn't matter. So we have 2 options that can be inside of our absolute values. We have where we can put these things together and get a negative answer, and we have where we can put these things and get together and get a positive answer. But both of which are going to be either negative 16 or positive 16 because my answer is 16. So I have to think about this in 2 ways. I have to think, well, negative 4 plus 5x can equal 16, or the opposite of negative 4 plus 5x, or the negative of negative 4 plus 5x can equal 16. Okay, so then I can just solve. I have 2 things I can solve for x. So over here, I'm going to have to add 4 to both sides. So 5x equals 20. X is going to equal positive 4. This is one of my options for this absolute value. One of my x-intercepts. Remember, when we're solving for x, that's where we're crossing the x-axis with this graph. Then over here, I can do one of 2 things. I can either distribute this negative sign through and get 4 minus 5x equals 16, or I could have divided by negative 1 and gotten negative 16 on the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and subtract by 4. I have negative 5x equals 16 minus 4 is 12. Divide by negative 5. I guess I'll show that so you guys aren't confused. I can divide by negative 5 on both sides. So x equals negative 12 fifths. I don't think that simplifies any. 5 is a prime number. It doesn't go into 12. So there we are. These are our x-intercepts. So this means when I draw this graph, if I were to graph this, which I'm not going to draw it perfectly, but it's going to cross my x-axis at negative 12 fifths and at 4. These are my 2 x-intercepts. All right. So let's look at, I think you guys can do number 2 for practice. That's pretty much just like number 1. So let me go ahead and let's look at a different kind of problem. Let's look at number 3. So here we have more going on than just the absolute values. So before I can just set the things inside of my absolute values with a negative sign equal to what I'm equal to, I need to get everything to one side of the equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract by 8. So that leaves me with 3. Absolute value negative 8x equals 80 minus 8 is 72. And then I'm multiplying here. The number, my a value or my slope here is okay. So I'm multiplying by 3, so don't do multiplication. I'm going to divide. So that leaves me with the absolute value of negative 8x equals 72 divided by 3 is 24. Now I have an absolute value equal to 24. So I can take, say, negative 8x is going to equal 24, or the opposite of negative 8x is going to equal 24. So here I'm going to divide by negative 8, and x is going to equal negative 3. And then over here, this is actually going to be x equals 24. So x can equal positive 3. So these are my two options. This is where I'm going to cross the x-axis. My two answers. All right, and then I think we can handle number 4. And let's look at number 5. Let's see. Number 5, we have absolute value of 7p plus 4, all divided by 8 equals 3. Well, here I'm dividing everything in my absolute value by something, so I'm going to go ahead and undo that with multiplication. I can say if I multiply this left-hand side by 8, well then 8 times something I'm dividing by 8, so 8 divided by 8 is just 1, and this leaves me with the absolute value of 7p plus 4, and 3 times 8 is 24. Close my absolute values. So now I've got my absolute value equal to a number. I can say 7p plus 4 equals 24, or negative 7p plus 4 equals 24. Put my equal sign there. Okay. So I can subtract 4. 7p equals 20. Divide by 7. So p equals 20 divided by 7. That doesn't simplify any. Then over here we have negative 7p plus 4 equals 24. So I can sorry. That's supposed to be, I need to distribute that negative sign through. Negative 7p minus 4 equals 24. I can add 4 to both sides. So 28 equals negative 7p. Divide by negative 7. So p equals, what is that, negative 4, right? Negative 4. Okay, so here is solving absolute values. I posted an assignment. Again, this assignment this week is going to be due Sunday at midnight. It's going to cover all the things we're covering this week. I'm going back to that since we're not graphing and those aren't like hands-on things. So I think I've got it broken down on that assignment where like numbers 1 through 9 or something are solving equations. Then the next set is solving inequalities, and that's what we're going to look at tomorrow in our notes. And then we will do some word problems this week, and then I believe my plan is going to be to review on Monday and test on Tuesday. Okay, so I will set up a review time because I know we won't see every class on Monday, so I will set up a review time for you guys to join and jump on and do things with me live and ask questions for Monday. But that is the plan for this week. So this week we're solving absolute values today. We'll do solving inequalities tomorrow. Maybe I'll give you a few more practice problems for Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday we'll look at word problems and practice those out. Or maybe I won't give you a practice day on Wednesday. Maybe we'll go ahead and do our notes for solving absolute values today. Inequalities tomorrow. We'll do word problems and writing absolute values on Wednesday. That way Thursday and Friday can kind of be work and practice days, but Thursday you still have an option to log on with me and ask questions, since Friday you guys don't get on. But if you need any help on Friday, as always, just reach out to me and let me know, okay? All right, I will hopefully see you guys in class today.